What 3 additional critiques do I have about the Reignited Trilogy? Let's find out! What's up guys, Canadian Guy A here, and back with a video giving a few more critiques about the Reignited Trilogy. The last time I did a video like this, things that we asked for were actually added to the game. Now, was this due to us talking about those fixes? I think it's entirely possible, as Toys for Bob has been listening to our critiques. So, a quick recap. We asked for the booty swish, and there it is. We asked for an adjustment on the gem counter, and look, there it is as well. And we asked for the Egg Thief's voice to be changed to a higher pitch, and guess what? We got that too. So I figured that with Spyro being delayed now, I could slide in a few more critiques for the game, as we have seen a lot more gameplay, especially from the gamescom footage. Now, before I begin, I need to stress this point. If none of these get fixed, the game is not ruined. Last time I made a video, people said I was trying to nitpick the game apart and how stupid I was for making these critiques. Honestly, I feel that these suggestions are not over the top and nitpicky like I said. If they are not fixed, it is not the end of the world. I was going to call this video 5 more critiques, however, I literally could not come up with any more than 3 critiques that they can actually adjust in time. No, they are not going to change Hunter's voice actor. Even though I like the new take on it, it's too late into production for that. But here are 3 critiques that I think can be improved on in the Reignited Trilogy. Number 3. The red lizard size. So one of the most looked for footage was footage of Spyro skateboarding and making Tony Hawk jealous. The skate park was revealed and I loved everything about it until I saw the red lizards, and the first thing that came to mind was, wow, they're big. Like, way too big. Before they were these little pesky runts that ran around. Now they look like they're big enough to even give Spyro a run for his money. Their head seems so brontosaurus-sized too compared to their currently large body. Their design is perfectly fine, it's just a sizing issue for me. Perhaps tone down the body size and reduce the head size to better fit the body, and I think that that would be great. Number 2. Sheilas Waist. Okay, here we go. Let's go on to this hot topic. So Sheila has been argued over on the internet. People screaming that they love every aspect of her, and people screaming that she's garbage and is full of tropes. I would say I side with the idea that I love her new design. I like the hair, the outfit, just the overall aesthetic works for me. However, there was a point made that I actually do agree on. Her waist is incredibly tiny. Now, I don't say this to adjust this because of quote-unquote body issues, but because it looks like if you poked her in the belly, you would hit her 9th vertebrae. Her spine at the moment looks like it would snap if she landed wrong. So adding a little bit of chunk to her hips and waist and making it a bit thicker would do the model wonders. Now, one other issue that I noticed was her run cycle. Her hopping seems very, how should I describe it? Cloppity. Like the run cycle feels a bit almost like a horse or a little bit of a dinosaur. It's very heavy and impactful, but because she's a kangaroo, I feel like her run cycle should be a bit more bouncy and fluid, less stuttered stomping and more synchronized light impacts. But again, just a nice little suggestion that I think would help the character and her movements. Number 1. The dragon eggs. Now, this is a bit of a tricky one. This is one of my critiques that I feel is an actual must, but something tells me that the baby dragons were not close to complete yet at Gamescom. What we saw was likely early stages of the baby dragons, but nonetheless, I want to make my point just in case it was not. The baby dragon cinematic is way too fast, like almost half the time of the original. There's nothing cinematic about it. Before, when you get an egg, there's this moment of, I wonder what it will look like, and then breaks open and does its cute little animation. Right now, the babies feel like they're being kicked out of the egg and into the real world as fast as possible. And before you can even take in what the dragon looks like or what it's doing, it's just gone. Poof! In a blue smoke. The animation should be slowed right down and allow the player to be able to take in the fact that they just saved the dragon. Not only that, but now because of the remaster, there is a new sense of excitement because of all these baby dragons are now unique. And judging by how Toys for Bob animated the adult dragons so well and made them so in-depth, I'm excited to see what they do with the baby dragons. So slow it down and make it a bit more cinematic so that the players have some sense of excitement before the egg just bursts open. The color of the egg has a bit of a weird hue to it, but that's minor. And I also find that some of the animations are really, really stiff. But like I said, it might not be fluid yet because they're not completed yet. But if that's the final animation, it's really, really stiff. But I would be more worried to make sure that the egg breaking sequences were fixed first and foremost. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Cue the extra.